Hello, we're going to be looking at John chapter 15 today, a well-known passage, the vine and the branches, verses 1 to 8. Now the timeline for this passage, where Jesus is talking with his disciples, falls shortly before his death. He alludes to this in chapter 16, verse 16, where he says, "In a little while you will see me no more, and then, after a little while, you will see me." So, here in chapter 15, Jesus is laying down an essential principle, not just for the disciples at the time, but for every one of us who chooses to follow him. And that is this: I, he says, am the true vine, implying that there will be false or fake vines. A warning here for us: be careful where you attach yourself, what you believe, and who or what you follow. Jesus has already said at different times, "I am the light of the world, the bread of life, the way and the door." Now he says he is the vine. And he continues, "And my Father is the gardener. He cuts off every branch in me that bears no fruit, while every branch that does bear fruit he prunes, so that it will be even more fruitful." The importance of this becomes clear a few verses later. "You are already clean," he says in verse 3, "because of the word I've spoken to you. Remain in me, as I also remain in you. No branch can bear fruit by itself. It must remain in the vine. Neither can you bear fruit unless you remain in me." The way a vine grows adds clarity to this metaphor. The main vine is firmly rooted and strong. However, the branches that come off the main stem are quite thin and of themselves have limited strength. Therefore, if you look at an established vine, you find many branches all intertwined, holding each other together, all drawing sustenance and strength from the main vine. In verse 5 it says, "I am the vine, you are the branches. If you remain in me and I in you, you will bear much fruit. Apart from me, you can do nothing." Now the whole passage starts to make sense. We are the branches. Back in verse 2 we see the warning that fruitless branches will be cut off, and the gardener will cut back and prune us or discipline us, so that we'll be more fruitful. Verse 6, "If you do not remain in me, you are like a branch that is thrown away and withers. Such branches are picked up, thrown into the fire, and burned. If you remain in me, and my words remain in you, ask whatever you wish, and it will be done for you. This is to my Father's glory, that you bear much fruit, showing yourselves to be my disciples." But the key point that flows through the whole passage has to be, remain in me. Jesus is saying you must remain connected to the vine. If we are disconnected, we wither and die. We don't receive the sustenance, the living water we need to survive. Our fruit, or our fruitfulness, is dependent on the vine. That's why we refer to fruit of the Spirit. It's not the fruit of Ian or the fruit of KIC. It comes directly from the Father because we are grafted into the vine, which is Jesus. I've chosen to look at this today because we had it come up in the Wednesday prayer meeting and we all felt it was relevant to our church situation right now. We are very scattered and disjointed. Many people left before or during the lockdown. We can't currently have worship meetings. Many of us are isolated away from family and friends. It's nobody's fault. Circumstances have come that have made it this way for a season. But staying connected to the vine has become obviously essential. And nothing can stop this apart from our willful choice to not remain. And by staying in the vine, we automatically stay connected with all the other branches through Jesus. So whatever technology we put to use, WhatsApp, Messenger, email, Skype, Zoom, all may help, while the source of power that will keep us going is spiritual, is the living water flowing in and through the vine. We don't know what the next few months will bring. We don't know what KIC will look like when we're allowed to meet again. We don't know who will be left in our fellowship, or what shape it will need to take as we pray, discuss, and reform. But what we do know is this: God is unchanging, and He is in control. He is the true vine. As branches we are connected, not just with the vine, but with each other. We are already clean because of the word He has spoken. If we remain in Him, we will be fruitful. If we remain in Him and His words remain in us, we can ask whatever we wish and it will be done for us. These promises are true and trustworthy, whatever shape KIC ends up, wherever you are in the world, despite any upset or turmoil you have been through or are going through. Whoever you are with or whoever you are missing, just remain in Him and let Him take control. May God bless you.